that Salvador was not an authentic Filipino writer because he wrote mostly in English and was not browned by the same sun as the masses. The Sun said Salvador was too middling to merit murder. Suicide, each of the three papers concluded, was therefore a fitting resolution. When news emerged of the missing manuscript, every side discarded any remaining equipoise. The legend of the unfinished book had persisted for over 2 decades, and its loss reverberated more than its author's death. Online, the blogosphere grew gleeful with conjecture as to its whereabouts. The literati, the career journalists foremost among them, abandoned all objectivity. Many doubted the manuscript's existence in the first place. The few who believed it was real dismissed it as both a social and personal poison. Almost everyone agreed that it was related to Crispin's uncertain end. And so each trivial tidbit dredged up during the death investigation took on significance. Gossip cycloned among the writing community that Salvador's pipe was found by the police, its contents still smoking. A rumor circulated that he long ago fathered and abandoned a child, and he'd been maddened by a lifetime of guilt. One reputable blog, in an entry titled Anus Horribilis, claimed extra virgin olive oil was found leaking out of the corpse's rectum. Another blog surmised that Salvador was not dead at all. Dead or alive, wrote Plaridel 3000. Who would know the difference? None among Salvador's colleagues and acquaintances, he had no real friends, questioned the suicide verdict. After 2 weeks of conjecture, everyone was happy to forget the whole thing. I was unconvinced. No one knew what I knew. His great comeback was scuppered. The masterpiece that would return him to the Pantheon was bafflingly misplaced, and the dead weight of controversy buried in his casket. The only remaining certainty was the ritual clutter inherited by those left behind. Files to be boxed, boxes to be filled, a life's worth of stuff not intended as rubbish, to be thrown out for Monday morning pickup. I just about ransacked his apartment, searching for the manuscript of The Bridges Ablaze. I knew it was real. I had witnessed him typing away at it at his desk. He had spoken of it puckishly on many occasions. The reason for my long exile is so that I could be free to write TBA, Salvador had said that first time, spitting out the bones of chicken feet we were eating in a subterranean Mott Street restaurant. Don't you think there are things that need to be finally said? I want to lift the veil that conceals the evil, expose them on the steps of the temple. Truly all those responsible, the pork-barreled tradpoles, the air-conditioned Forbes Park aristocracy, the aspirational kleptocrats who forget their origins, the bishop pricks in their canting church. Even you and me. Let's all eat that cake. But what remained of the manuscript were only crumbs. The title page and a couple of loose leaves scrawled with bullet points, found sandwiched and forgotten in his disintegrating Roget's Thesaurus. Missing was 20 years of work, a glacial accretion of research and writing, unknotting and unraveling the generations-long ties of the Filipino elite to cronyism, illegal logging, gambling, kidnapping, corruption, along with their related component sins. All of humanity's crimes, Salvador said, spitting a bone atop the pyramidal pile in his bowl, are only degrees of theft. I, of course, believe the conspicuous lack of clues is stranger than the disarray of the domestic scene from which he was mysteriously absented. Occam's razor is chipped. Every bone in my body recoils at the notion Salvador killed himself. Walking through his apartment afterward, I saw his Viridian Underwood typewriter loaded, cocked and ready with a fresh blank page. The objects on his desk arranged in anticipation of writing. How could he have brought himself to the river without passing his conscience, reflected in that Venetian mirror in the hall? He would have seen there was still so much to do. I don't think Salvador